Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, I'm gonna test my microphones real quick, y'all. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey everybody, please like, share, subscribe. We are live. We are live. 2 minutes. Are both of them ready? Okay. 2 minutes. No, in 2 minutes. Can you? Yeah. There you go.
They just click on.
Yep. You guys, this is a live, okay? So, with that being said, because it is a live, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those things, y'all, where I'm bringing on people live. You guys, the Swac. Oh, they're both ready? Okay, great. Let me pull up the Bethune-Cookman thing. So here it is. I'm almost ready, y'all. I am sorry. I'm live today. Okay, so this is the live. Thank you all for tuning in. I do have 2 student athletes that are getting ready to come on live. Raymond Woody III, a defensive back, and Traverse Hammond. Did I say that right? Okay, you guys can come over here. Traverse. See? Can you get that chair? I'm sorry. Since they're both coming on, it's gonna be. You can't carry that on. Okay. No, I was gonna say you can't carry it on because you're a student athlete. But okay. All right. So, and this is how we're gonna roll for the next hour and a half. We're gonna be bringing on the student athletes and coaches live. Make sure you guys drop the questions in the chat. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Somebody already said BCU winning the East.
Come on now. They know what it is.
We don't do too much talking.
No,
You don't do no talking?
We all about the word.
Okay. Okay. Let me get the camera straight. There you go. Gotta get both of y'all. There we go. Might have to do a dual view. I might have to do it like that. And that's probably what I'm gonna do. Okay. So give me 2 seconds. I want to say this way. Oh, got it. Got him. Yeah, that way
We all could be.
y'all are gonna be on one camera and I'm gonna be on the other one. You got it? No, I still can't see you. There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay. So me and you gonna share a microphone because he has the other one. So I'm gonna start off with Raymond Woody III. So you decided to transfer to your pop spot, right?
Decided to.
Yes, and you have been integral about the recruiting from a lot of players from the Pac-12. What are you saying to these young men to get them to come to Daytona Beach?
I mean, really, I'm not saying too much. I feel like it's just a testament to guys know what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? So it's more so selling a vision versus selling a place. Like we tell everybody, you come to VCU, the best guys gonna play. You're gonna have an opportunity to do whatever you want. It's on us. Like whatever we do, the work we put in and all that, like that's all it comes to. And we want to build something. Like a lot of people, you can go to somewhere who just won. You know, you can go and do something, but what you gonna remember for real? You gonna remember starting at the bottom and coming to the top, or you gonna go somewhere who already established? So a lot of these guys, like we all got the same vision. Even the guys that's been here, transfers, freshmen, we all got the same vision. We all trying to come in and do something different, put Bethune-Cookman back to where they've been.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for that. So speaking of that, Bethune-Cookman, the football team has a storied history of winning, especially in the MEAC. Can you elaborate? And I'll ask, is Travaris? Travaris. Can you talk a little bit about what you plan on bringing to the team and executing at a high level to get you guys back to that storied program?
Definitely. Definitely since we moved to the SWAC, I feel like most definitely to start up front with my unit. This year, like I said, been the second year under Coach Woody. We're gonna see a lot of improvement up front with our offensive line. We have a lot more experience now, so it's gonna be definitely a big improvement. And we're gonna shock the world. We're gonna win a lot more games, and you just have to tune in to see really what happens.
Which games are you guys both ready to take advantage of and dominate and say hello? This is Bethune-Cookman. We've arrived.
I ain't gonna lie, we're looking forward to August 31st, first game.
Yes.
1-0. We're trying to go 1-0. I don't really get into too much of circling no game or nothing like that, because you start looking ahead of yourself. Like we trying to go 1-0 every week. We all working for August 31st at 7:00. Like that's what we're trying to do. We're gonna come out and show everybody what we've been working on. We know it's not gonna be easy. That's why we don't do too much talking. We just all about the work. All my guys, man, we working. They know what it is. They know people overlooking us, all that. We don't care about the outside noise. We just work. We just working. We ain't doing too much talking. We ready to go.
How's our offense looking?
Oh, it's gonna be great. Chemistry that we have now, it's gonna be great.
How's the offensive line? You said you guys have crazy chemistry.
I said it's probably one of the best offensive lines that I've been part of since I've been in school. So I feel like I said, we're gonna shock a lot of people.
And that communication piece, because with the offensive line, you guys are basically the eyes and ears to the quarterback. If you might see a shift, or they might give a tell on what they're going to do. So you guys have that communication.
Yeah, we're the core, and like you said, we tell we can change it. We can change the play. We can change the protection. We can change the slide or where it's going. So we definitely we're glued together. Ain't nothing breaking that bond.
And do you have that same sentiment about you don't necessarily pick out one particular game, or is there a game that you're looking forward to?
It's like I said, Ray said, we take game by week, play by play. August 31st, they'll just see, what we do out there in South Florida.
And I'm getting ready to ask they're commenting live right now. You guys are live. So I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to give a shout out to Jay because I see him in the comments. I sent you a message so you can control the comments. So write me back because I can't do the interviews and do that. How is the strength and conditioning coach?
Coach Gab.
Solid. Yeah,
He's solid.
Gab,
He's solid. He's solid.
You mess with Coach Gab. Like I said, we've been working, man. All the guys, we just been in there every day. I've been in a lot of places, man. Them boys working. Even like Trey said, O-line, they out there every day. Boys out there every day. Monday, Sunday, rain, sleet, snow. I go to
Definitely.
the facility, see them boys out there working, man. So we all about the work. Like you say, like you could ask about certain individual, coach, whatever. It's all on us. It's on us. We can whatever, however we want the season to go. It's on us. The work we put in now. That's all it is.
And another question is, how many points are y'all going to put on FAMU to reclaim Florida?
I ain't gonna lie. Look, August, like I said, August 31st.
He said
That's all we
he
worried
said
about.
you're going to have to just
Y'all gonna have to see August 31st, man.
mess around and find out.
7:00. That's all we worried
Yeah, that's
about.
we take game week by
Game
week,
by game, week by week, day by day.
but that's another big game that we looking forward to. You guys just got to stay tuned. Watch the
Another
Wildcats.
question from the fan base. How do you feel about homecoming? You guys excited? Is this your father? Of course, he played at Bethune-Cookman. Have you had a chance to experience Bethune-Cookman homecoming?
I had a chance
Not
to experience
as
the classic. I mean, growing up, I got an opportunity to go to the classic a lot. I know they was asking me, what am I looking forward to, like the song. I was like, I really haven't been a part of it yet, but just growing up hearing that, dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go.
Hell, Wildcats,
Yeah.
man.
But I feel like homecoming, honestly. I mean, we see a lot of people scheduled us for their homecoming this year. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna get into too much of that. We one game at a time. I'm gonna keep saying we worry about one game at a time, one day at a time. We got start camp July 31st, man. We just ready to get back to work with the God. It's a blessing for both of us to be here, but we're ready to get back to work.
All right, and that of course is Mr. Woody III and Mr. Hammond, defensive back and offensive line of Bethune-Cookman. Be on the lookout for these two.
Two words. Y'all. Make sure you always know 2 words. Do right.
Do right. Improve it.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
Don't forget my mic.
Oh, I was trying to take this.
He trying to take it with you. Yeah, I should have let it keep on there just in case you said something slick when they would have heard it. Yeah.
So you had 2 roadies already. Okay. Cool.
But it's plugged straight into.
So I mean, you can use the audio. You know how to sync it up. Because what you're doing right now is recording audio. But you're gonna have crystal clear sound because your mic is right on. In post, if you have someone that can do it, they can take the audio files and they can sync it to the video files, so that even though I have audio with these, you're going to get that particular audio instead of audio out of the
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It'll be a lot clearer. So that's great.
1 o'clock. Yes. Name so I can. Oh, okay, yeah. Coach Alonzo Hampton's at 105. Okay, see you at 105.
You understand what I'm saying? Just gonna have some audio.
Yeah. Great. So you guys, this is a live, so that means it's just coming when it's coming. Okay. When they come in here or when I go get them, I'll grab them. So let's talk, y'all. Let's talk. Or guess what, y'all? I can do that. While you wait, I can play a video. Guess who I interviewed, you guys? Comment in the chat. Which coach do you think I had a chance to interview? So I'm not going to say too much. I'm getting ready to put it up here. 2024 Swac Media Day. It's been fun. Hopefully, Coach Maynard, you just gonna walk back? You busy? Wait. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta put your thing up, okay? 2 seconds. Y'all, I'm about to bring in a legend.
Not be ready.
No, because
don't blame me.
I'm not blaming you. I want to make sure I have the right background up for you, sir. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, I have a special guest. You guys can guess this one too. Before I bring him on camera, y'all guess in the chat who I got coming up here. And Coach, I want to let you know that it is live.
Okay.
We live, so they'll be asking you questions in the comments. So go ahead and welcome none other than the Coach Maynard. I live in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
And I have a lot of fans that are also from North Carolina.
Okay.
And so they support my channel, and they told me to tell you congratulations on being inducted into the EE Hall of Fame.
E. Smith. Yeah. Thank you.
In Fayetteville, right?
Yeah, that's my high school.
Okay, so you from North Cackalack.
Oh yeah.
You like the South better?
Vietnam, baby. Vietnam.
No, she's right there. Tyra Lynn.
Oh yeah.
Yep, she's from the same school as you.
Okay.
And she told me to tell you congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Tyra.
Thank you, Coach Maynard, for coming on. We have a lot of fans in the chat. No, he's not going to be doing that. Don't read the chat. They're trying to tell you apart. Don't. Don't get him started. See, y'all acting up in the chat.
What's that on your hand?
Now, see, Coach Maynard. Okay, so before we get down to business, I did want to ask you. You're an actor.
Some
Any given
people
Sunday?
would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing some research or whatnot.
Okay.
Make sure that when you come on here, I don't just, ask you 2 questions and then you leave. You did just almost try to bite me, but we gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it.
That was for your fans.
Oh, they loved it. Okay, so Coach Maynard, the maroon and white. Is it maroon and white or maroon and silver?
White.
Let's talk about the quarterback. Are you gonna tell us who it is?
I don't know who it's gonna be.
Why do they always say that?
They got to win the job. I don't know. But I tell you this, they gonna decide who the starter is, not me.
Right, during fall camp.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
but okay, so you got
Langford, Smith,
keep going.
and Quad.
3.
That's it. That's those 3.
You don't got 3 in a possible. You don't have one hidden.
Yeah, we
like
do.
Spade?
We do.
Okay,
we got a freshman, Jamar, 6'8".
6'8".
Yeah, but he's a true freshman. So I'm gonna play the best man. If he can prove to be the best man, he will have a shot too. But I don't expect him to win the starting job as being a true freshman. We ask a lot of our quarterbacks, and for a freshman to come in and just take over and be ready to go by week 1 is a lot. It's a lot. So if he can just sit back and learn this year and be ready, he'll still have 4 years to possibly come and be our starting quarterback. So we'll see. Everybody's
that's a commitment that they have to have. With the transfer portal, you have the younger generation. Sometimes they're hard with commitment and taking that time to develop. Which, moving on into my next question, you had some changes on your defensive side. You brought in Cedric Thornton, a couple of others. Can you talk about your vision for your defense?
Yeah.
This
we
year?
know we need to get better on defense. We've been giving up 37 points a game last couple of years. So I made a switch on the defensive side of the ball, and I brought in Coach Howard as the defensive coordinator. Coach Thornton, who's been a defensive coordinator in this league the last 8 years, 6 years with Alcorn when they was very good, and the last couple of years with Grambling under Hugh Jackson. Corey Barlow from South Carolina, Brian Foster, who I've coached before, and he was with me last year. I kept him on that defensive staff. And I got one more over there. Oh, that's it. No, Coach Austin.
Okay.
Coach Austin from Birmingham.
And so you're expecting that number to significantly decrease.
I do. This game is funny. It's just a matter of a couple of plays or a couple of players, and I think that we added a couple of players. And
can you name just one or two so we know who to look out for? We need to go watch their film, before we get that class. Just name one.
Zachary, defensive lineman from.
You ain't gonna give us the last name.
Zachary.
All right, so Zachary. So we're gonna be looking out for Zachary. All right.
See, the thing about that is, if you start naming players, the players you don't name feel some kind of way.
Oh, okay.
So I don't like to name players.
Right.
Okay,
right.
because you can't name them all, and then when you don't name somebody, they feel some kind of way. So I don't like to name new players in that I think is going to help us, or players I think is going to help us, because I can't name everybody. Then people getting their feelings.
Well, then let's focus on the ones that you bought for SWAC Media Day, right?
Okay.
So you bought in your running back, Eaglin, and of course this is Jay White. Jay White he speaks for all the Alabama A&M fans, on my channel.
Okay.
And he's a spokesperson. And so he's telling us that running back room is pretty stout.
It is. Donovan Eaglin is leading that room, of course, and he's got a potential to have 1,000 yards, 1,500 yards this year if he can stay healthy. And then we got some guys coming behind him that can really tote the field. And that room is solid. It's solid. That's one of the few rooms that we have that we can actually afford an injury, which we don't want to wish on anybody. But we got a little depth at the running back position.
Okay. And so I'm just going to read a couple of comments and then we're going to be done. Dr. D says that his cousin played with you at A&T, Andre Pearson.
Okay.
Of course, Tyrellin said E.E. Smith, Golden Bulls.
Go Golden Bulls.
And we already asked the portal there. Anybody have any more questions? You better get them up because Coach getting ready to dip on out.
Coach hungry, man.
Oh, okay.
They already ran out of chicken.
That's why you was barking.
Yeah, that's why I was barking, because I was hungry.
Yeah, let the man go.
Ain't that what dogs do when they hungry? It's crazy. What's wrong with it?
All right, Coach Mayne.
All right.
Thank you so much.
See y'all. Go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs.
Love all of y'all.
Y'all. Cut up. Oh, wait. Here, let me get a picture of him. I got him doing jack roll. No, just take it. Yeah. Thank you. We got another coach behind us. No, he didn't. Give me 1 minute, Coach. All right. So we are moving right along, and guess what? We're moving right on to the next one. Okay. Next up, y'all, we have the head coach of Bethune-Cookman. Yes. This is our second year having an interview.
Yes.
Do you remember me?
Yes, I remember you.
Okay.
How you
All
doing?
right. I'm good. I just had the chance to interview your son.
Okay. Was he okay?
Oh no. It's good. So I'm gonna have you put this on.
Where you want me to put it at?
You just clip it up at the top. Yep,
Right
we're
here.
good. We're just gonna segue right on in. This is a live show.
Okay.
All right. So we have our fans in the chat, and then of course They're going to ask some questions. But, Coach, you had some heavy recruiting this year.
Been blessed, you know. I mean, we all as a staff work hard, and without the staff, I mean, it couldn't have been possible.
So when I think about the recruiting prowess, I was doing some research, and you've had a lot of accolades from the FBS level for your recruiting. You got a lot of Pac-12 players and some players out in the Midwest. What does that look like as far as telling the players, like, hey, come play for us at Daytona Beach?
Well, you know, what we have is what we have. I mean, we don't really get caught up in what other people, you know, put out there, but, you know, just being honest with them. You know, we build student athletes. You know, when I was in school, I was a academic football All-American. So we talked to them about, you know, just having the education piece first. And then obviously, you know, you're going to play for coaches that's going to treat you and take care of you, because the number one thing for parents is safety.
Right.
You know, and, you know, once that established, having a great opportunity to come in and play early. And that's basically what I adopted from Coach Taggart, that's now coaching for the Baltimore Ravens. You know, everywhere we went, we was a part of building programs, and we brought in guys, and we told them, you're going to have a chance to play as a true freshman, and majority of them did.
Another thing that you guys have going on at Bethune-Cookman, you've been getting some serious grassroots fundraising. You've brought in millions of dollars, and then you've also gotten those upgrades. Can you talk a little bit about the impact that those facility upgrades have had on the morale, recruiting, and then just your overall football program to be able to bring that into fruition?
Well, it's big. Perception is everything, right?
Right.
You know, and I want to thank administration at BCU for working hard, and then also coaches going out, you know, selling the program, because you have to be able to sell your product, and they got to understand that it is what it is, you know, when they hear you and when they see it. And, you know, I always tell them too, in 3 semesters since our staff have been assembled, you know, our GPA has been a 3.2. So, you know, you got to practice what you preach. You just can't say one thing and do another. And I just think practice field, I mean, Haiti Diz, acting president, you know, Dr. Berry, you know, the board chair, you know, Judge Perry, I mean, and the entirety of the administration have worked hard, have told me that they were going to not just show up to work, but they was going to come to work and go to work since I've been hired, and they've done what they said they was going to do.
And that's important to have that administrative support. I'm going to read a couple of the fan questions.
Okay.
If that's okay with you. So Brandy says, what adjustments have you made from this year to last year? I know for your defense, your defense was right there, right? In a lot of games, it came down to just a couple of plays. And so can you talk about those adjustments or improvements that you've made?
Well, you know, obviously recruiting helps, but just getting the whole coaching staff, because it starts with the coaches. You know, you never want to blame players. You can't blame players because it's your job. But the technique and the fundamentals and the attention to detail equals the coordination of the play. So we've been working on our technique, our fundamentals, and attention to detail. And it was all about that, in my opinion. You know, whatever you have for us personnel is what's going to allow you to run the scheme, offense, defense, and special teams. And then on special teams, obviously, it's the same thing. You know, win the hidden yardage. You know, you talk about offense, you talk about defense, and then you talk about special teams. Just being able to win those. You got to be able to win 2 out of 3, in my opinion, to have a good chance to win games. So technique, fundamentals, attention to detail, and execution of the play.
Okay. And my last question, how does it feel for your son to be playing?
You know what? It feels great. He surprised me on this past Christmas that he was coming to Daytona and play for the Wildcats. And, you know, me not knowing, but he told my dad. My dad, you know, obviously, he's a senior, still living, doing well. He told him that he was coming. And I'm like, Ray, I'm the head coach now. You have to let me know first, because my phone, social media blowing up. So he wanted to surprise me.
Right,
and I'm
right.
like,
How you
I have to know because my administration called me and said, "Is your son coming for real?" And he thought that was so funny, but no, we're ecstatic, as a family to be able to see him play because it was tough, but it's business. I go home, West Coast and past the East Coast. His games are like
3 hour
3 hour
difference.
difference.
Yeah.
So now, just having him up under the program, and hopefully he'll come and help us win games.
Yeah, and he said that he's excited to experience that for himself, that BCU culture, and so I'm excited to see what Bethune-Cookman does this year as well. We'll see you on the beach for y'all homecoming, Jackson State.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
A lot of respect for Coach Taylor. He's doing a really good job. But someone has to win, someone has to lose.
I'm not gonna make you any prediction. No more predictions for the coaches. But thank you so much.
Thank you,
Coach Woody, for coming, and it was good being able to interview you for the second time.
Yeah, appreciate you, and you have a great thing going.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Here you go.
Thank you. What happened? All right, y'all. We are moving and grooving. Let me see if I can do this while I'm doing this. All right. I'm gonna put it up top. I do have, oh, Coach, wait, let me put your stuff up first. Okay, I got you.
I know you do.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
How you doing?
How you doing, Coach?
Doing
See,
good.
look.
Yeah, you got me right, huh?
Yeah, I have to switch it. Every coach has their own little.
Yeah, I see. You
Okay.
big time.
Yeah, I'm at it big time.
Yeah, where you gonna put me at? Right here?
Oh, I don't know. That's all right. Okay. Hey. We have Coach Hampton here with us. We're just running back to back to back to back, right? And I'm so excited to be able to talk to you for the second time. This is my second SWAC Media Day. So how you feeling today, Coach?
Hey, I feel good. I'm excited to be back for the second media day. Somebody told me I was one of the older coaches on the West, so we got a lot of new coaches now. We're just ready to go.
Yes. So let's talk about last year you talked about restoring the pride and building your team up. Can you please give us an overview of what that off-season recruiting looks like and what you have implemented in your program since last season?
Yeah, obviously for us, the most important thing was restoring the pride in the classroom. So we had over 70% of our football team for the fall and spring had over 3.0 GPA. So we're moving in the right direction. And then the second part of that is you need football players that understand what we need to get accomplished. So we signed like 18, 19 high school kids that'll be coming in on July 28th. Then we signed another 20, 25 guys out of the portal. Some guys, group of 5 guys that are going to really help us change our program. They'll be coming in on July the 28th. So we're excited about where we're going. And then the last part is I went and hired my offensive coordinator. Tony Hudd is coming from Grambling. We worked together at ULM. And he obviously had the offensive preseason player of the year. Miles Crawley, he coached the kids. So Coach Hull's an engineering guy, very intelligent. So we're excited about where we're headed.
Okay, so you've already segued into that second question that I had, which is, of course, your offense. You brought in that new offensive coordinator. Can you hone in on your offensive line or some key additions to that offensive back room, like the wide receivers?
Yep. Well, obviously, in the spring, we signed 2 running backs. OJ Ross is coming from Tennessee Tech, played at Cocoa High School in Florida, won multiple state championships. And then we got Elijah Crockett coming from Alabama as a walk-on, but he went to junior college, really good football player. And then we got Jonas Davis that's returning. He was a really good running back for us. And we've signed about 7 receivers. I tell people, a couple of those guys played at the group of 5 level. So we're excited about them. And then O-lineman, we got 7 7 new guys we got to bring in. Our whole deal is to be simple on offense and let our players make the plays. A lot of times we try to complicate it and be these genius coaches. And I told our coaches, I want to have a KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, so our players can play fast and don't have to think much. So that's what we've done on the offense side of the ball. Defensively, we got year 2 in the system, got a lot of the same players back. We're just going to add a few more wrinkles to our package. And we played well in most games for 3 quarters. We just didn't have a good enough stuff on offense to be able to help us out, to keep us out the field. So.
All right. Does anybody have any? Okay, so I'm gonna read just a couple of comments. They said make sure to beat 237.
Who's that? You?
237 is FAMU.
We don't even play them, and I got family still in Tallahassee.
Oh, you wanted to go to Tally? Okay, so see that he says he doesn't even play them, and then said, "What's up, Coach Hampton, Mr. Parker?"
Yeah.
Somebody asked, "Can they bring in the game balls?" I don't know why they asked that.
Yeah, it's probably for Coach Woody. You know, me and Coach Woody work together, right?
Yeah, he just
that's my guy.
Yeah,
we worked together at Coach Woody, the head coach of Bethune.
Well, that was back when you were in the
we
West
worked
Coast.
together at Western Kentucky, University of South Florida. We worked together at Florida State, University of Oregon.
Brandy says you're clean.
Who's Brandy?
It's just a live. So.
Yeah, Brandy, I appreciate it. Coach trying to get a little bit.
All right, because you might get best dressed.
Hey, shout me out. Yeah. I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Coach Alonzo Hampton. We're looking forward. You'll be seeing the Tigers. You're coming to our homecoming.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. So we got selected for 3 homecomings, and I know what they're trying to do.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, I look forward to seeing you in Tiger Town.
All right. Great to see you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Moving right along. Good. We are moving and grooving, y'all. Okay, so I have another coach that's on his way over here. I'm not. There we go. And thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I will shout out my supporters later on. If you would like to support me, you can as well. Go at the top of the page is all of my information. Please support the channel. I'm able to invest in. I have a videographer today. I have my lighting. I have these Rode microphones, so all of it goes into the channel. And we're getting ready to bring on to the camera live none other than the head coach, TC Taylor. Thank you.
All right, how we doing?
All
You
right.
didn't think I was gonna make it over here?
TC.
You didn't think I was coming? I told you I wasn't gonna forget about you.
Thank you so much, Coach TC. So I'm live.
Okay.
Yep. So thank you so much for coming, Coach TC, to do an interview with Shelovesthee podcast. Y'all go ahead and drop all of your questions in the chat while me and Coach TC chop it up. All right. So it's your second year as a head coach. You were 7-4 last year, and you had 2 consecutive top recruiting classes. Technically, we've had the top recruiting class for HBCU for 4 years, but underneath your head, it's been 2 consecutive classes. Can you talk a little bit about how important that recruiting piece is to building and sustaining your program?
I think it's just like you said, you talk about building a program, it starts with the players. You know, the coaches are important, but if you don't have the players, you know, it's hard to be successful. You look at year 1 and, you know, we had to lean heavy on the portal, you know, losing so many players. And myself and my staff, we did a great job. Coach O was here today. You know, we really leaned on each other as far as building that, you know, that roster up as far as last year team. This year a little bit different. You know, got a nice core of guys that made an impact last season returning. So if you look at this signing class, we really wanted to hit the high school area as well. So trying to build a foundation from the ground up and continue, like you said, with the success in recruiting.
Okay. I think that's probably going to segue into my next question, which is you have 3 key players as first team. Then you have 2 on second team. Evan Henry, of course, who is going to be the anchor for that offensive line. And then you have, of course, Matt Knoll, which that's your punter. So can you talk a little bit about your offensive line and how they're meshing together? Because you brought in a lot of younger guys last year. And the development of that offensive line, because you have a new coach as well.
Yeah, starting with the coach, Manny Ramirez is going to do a great job. Been here all summer working with those guys on the offensive line. He came over from Texas Southern, the guys I know. Texas Southern led the league in rushing the last couple of years, so that made him qualified to be here. That's what when I told him when I was trying to get him in the building. So he's done a great job with those guys. But we got close to 18 bodies on campus right now for us, the offensive line led by Evan Henry. As far as the way I look at it in the SWAC, it's strength in numbers on the offensive line. You want to have depth, and a lot of those guys can really play football. We got some freshmen from the Louisville area. Quay Davis is back. Devin Love is a highly touted freshman that's going to be good. Kirk Ford has won championships here, so they've been gelling and meshing and coming together.
Okay, so that offensive line is, of course, going to be that backbone for your quarterback room. As right now, the fans feel like Jacoby Morgan is at the front for that quarterback spot. But can you also elaborate a little bit about other quarterbacks and how you're building that quarterback room?
Definitely, and that's every position. I always talk about I don't want players to be company. We want to create competition at every position, and we saw how the injury bug was a thorn in our side on last year. But talking about the quarterback, starting with Jacoby, and had a solid season last year. He dealt with some injuries early on, and it was towards the end of the season he got back on his feet. We were able to see him go out there and have some success. Through 10 touchdowns, and the team kind of really rallied behind him. So the summer has been good for him. He's been really getting better as far as reading defense and learning to throw the ball. He's always been able to run the football with that size, about 6'5", close to 230 pounds. He's a big kid. So I still think his best football is ahead of him. Zy McDonald, had some explosive plays for us on last year. Very smart quarterback, very fast. He can run, good speed on him. So, that competition is going to be something serious. You got Ethan Terrell, 3-star athlete from Louisville, Texas, that's been here all summer. And the transfer this year, the new kid on the block from Eastern Michigan, Cam McCoy. He might be the fastest kid on our football team. Big arm, 2-sport athlete, plays baseball as well. So that competition is going to be good this summer. Well, not this summer, going into training camp. We've been seeing it all summer.
Okay, great. You hear that? Quarterback room stout, stacked like library books.
Oh, yeah, I think those guys can go in a lot of places in this conference and start easy.
Y'all heard that. So I'm going to ask a couple of fan questions, and then we'll finish up here. So what is your methodology for your coaching staff? Because we saw that you brought in a lot of former Tigers to help build up your coaching staff. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Yeah, we lost 6 coaches off last year's staff. That's what I'd be messing with here about. Everybody talk about the transfer portal for the players. The coaches got one too. I'm serious. So it was good, to get those new bodies in house, starting with Javante Jones, one of our own. He'll come in, and special teams is something we got to do better.
Right.
We lost some football games because of special teams on last year.
Right.
Javante had a lot of success on the high school level. We won the state championships. Very smart coach, high energy guy. And that's what I wanted to do, as far as replacing the coaches that we had last year. They did a tremendous job for me. But energy guys, you're going to see a lot more energy on the sideline with this new group. Chris Orr came over from Baylor. We coaching the linebackers. My guy, Callie James, come from the University of Florida. And heading the D-line. Yeah, we talked about Manny. Eric Gallen, great running back coach, came from North Carolina A&T. Terenzo Quinn was on the staff last year. He led that secondary group. Led the nation in interceptions on last year, and our defense believes in him. They believes in him. He's going to be a very aggressive coordinator, but we got younger and we got more energy in that, so I'm excited about those guys.
I'm excited as well. And so my last question, Lord, they just over here just asking all
We got
kinds.
time. We got time.
Oh, okay, great. So the elephant in the room. I don't know if you laid it out or not on anybody else's.
I think I know where you're going.
We looked at the website, and there's we're looking for that offensive coordinator, and I think he's sitting right next to me. Am I right?
Head coach, but I do have some experience in calling a few plays. You know, I've done that. That's been a thing for me in my career. You know, and I'm excited about, not just me though, that entire offensive staff. I'm gonna lean on those guys, but we got the pieces in place to be successful. So I'm gonna get back to doing what I do best.
Play calling.
A bit of it.
Okay. Y'all heard that right. Now, some of them biggest games during those undefeated runs, he was calling those plays.
Oh yeah.
That pink scooter event that happened down in Alabama. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Who was calling those plays?
That'd be me.
All right then. And okay. Brandy wants to know about those get back games. Right?
Yeah.
So which game have you marked on your calendar that it's like this is a very important game?
Any loss that we had and we have the opportunity to play you again this year, that's a mark game. You know, that's a mark game. You talk about going to Alabama State, that's a mark game. You know, FAMU coming to Jackson. I'm so excited for the fans and having FAMU coming to Jackson this year. You know, from what I remember about it, we've been playing at the Orange Blossom Classic, but when I was coming through, that was always a home game.
Right.
And you talk about big crowds and everything, and then that team down in Lorman, we're looking forward to getting that right too.
Getting that get back.
Yeah, so those are the ones that any team that got the best of us last year that we get a look get back this year.
Okay, y'all heard it. So you talked a little bit about your offensive line coach, and you expressed that one of the key pieces was that they were the number one in rushing for a lot of times. For a lot of years, they were number one in rushing. So Thrill to Real asked, what are your plans with the running back room? Because if you're highlighting that rushing is a key piece, does that mean that we should expect to see a balanced offense between the running backs and then the wide receivers?
Everybody know me. I like to see the ball in the air, being a former receiver, but I do understand at some point throughout the season, you got to be able to run the football, and I understand what we have in that running back room. You got the return of Urban, J.D. Martin, Desmond Moultrie, Ahmad Miller, and some other guys that we added. Bryson's there. Travis Terrell, watch out for this kid. He's electric. I mean, in true freshman, it's going to make a huge impact. But in the end, you got to be able to run the football to finish games. And that's something we're going to be able to do with all these backs and these guys I just called. But same deal though too. We want to get the ball on the perimeter to these playmakers.
And I have one last question. I've been trying to get all these questions. I was like, I got Coach GC right next to me. Let me go ahead and get all these questions out.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing that I wanted to ask about was your edge rushers, because I feel like last year some of the play calling and kind of overshadowed the ability for the edge rushers to be great. You upgraded Terenzo Quinn, which was your former defense backs coach. You upgraded him to defensive coordinator. I know for some of us fans, we did not like the 3-3-5.
Mm-hmm.
We hated it. Yeah. So, can you talk a little bit about
why when you say that?
Why did we hate it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the edge rushers weren't able to shine. I like blitzing, me personally, and also I felt like our linebackers had a little bit of difficulty mid-season in picking it up because when you're doing a 3-3-5, you gotta lean on your linebackers. So I felt like it was a little bit thin in the linebacker.
You see how I reversed that to you, with the question. But no, it was good. Going forward, we got some really good guys in here that can, come off the edge like we talked about.
Right.
Philip Webb is back. The transfer from LSU, but watch out for Josh Nobles.
Yes,
you know that
yes.
transfer from Western Michigan. He is a freak show. I mean, like,
Yeah, we want to see the
he can really do that.
quarterback sacks.
But it was kind of different, and that's what some of the emphasis you talked about, that linebacker room. We didn't have the depth, and we had to really kind of disguise certain things in order for those guys to be successful. You had Peppers out there, and
so it was a 3-3-5. It was a 4-3 disguised.
Yeah, it was still yeah. But
I got that.
We were so thin in linebacker, but now that linebacker room is elite. We got Reed Pulliam and Ashton Taylor, the transfers, David Jones. It's a slew of guys there now in year 2. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to see some of those guys rush off the edge, bring more blitzes. Rob McDaniel coming off the edge, transfer from Auburn. So it's going to be exciting to see what Quinn cook up over there.
All right, and we will be excited to watch it. Everybody, Coach TC Taylor, thank you so much
for
coming.
I've been looking forward to getting over here.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the day.
All right. Can you take our picture? Oh. Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate you again.
All right.
What you do.
Thank you.
A lot of respect for you.
All right. Hey, y'all. Let me see. I'm getting ready to get somebody else. I'm trying to. Is Jay still here? Is Jay in the chat? Tiger's about 60. You guys can't hear? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me see. You good? Okay. I think I'm getting ready to Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna plug this one up. Can I do that? So it can charge? Yeah, let me charge it on here. Okay, great. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Let me go see if I can get another interview in here. Hey. Okay. Oh, he's over there? Yeah, we could be next. Y'all. Next up, we're going to have Commissioner McClellan. So go ahead and drop those questions in the chat now. Commissioner McClellan is up next. Okay. So, you guys, this has been an amazing SWAC Media Day. I'm so excited to be able to get here. I want to thank all of my fans. I'll probably give you a shout out. Well, I've already written down for some stuff. So if you would like to see who I'm thanking, you can also go to Shelovesthee.com. And I haven't updated it since last night. But if you would like to see that before tonight, then go ahead and go to my website, Shelovesthee.com. Where are you going? Who done left? Let me hurry up. I thought I was supposed to send him over here. All right. Oh, he's gonna come over here. Y'all get them questions. Did y'all heard the announcement? We have like a small downtime. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Go ahead and like the live. Head up out of here. Oh, I'm live. There we go. Let me go ahead and get him. Excuse me. Thank you guys so much for your patience. You know what? Yes. First of all, EA, I got you. You talking about why didn't I interview no Rattlers? You a lie. I interviewed Kelvin Dean, and I interviewed Coach Posey. Boom. I sure did. Did y'all see Coach Maynard barking at me and almost biting me? Did you guys see that? That was so ridiculous. I cannot believe he barked and tried to bite me. He said he's tired of y'all over there talking mess. He's tired of y'all folks talking mess to him. EA, make sure you hit up my Cash App again, okay?
I will tell you, if I didn't have my glasses on, I wouldn't have been able to read that. So that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
So it is She Loves the podcast, and I am here with the infamous Coach Cozy. Yes, I'm here. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing amazing. I'm getting pulled everywhere, but I'm happy to be sitting down. I can tell you that, sitting here with you today.
Thank you. So you're probably one of the most highly requested interviews.
Why is that?
For
what?
Because you guys were the Celebration Bowl champs last year.
Okay, well,
SWAC champs.
I got you. Okay. Comes with the territory, I guess.
Yes, it comes with the territory. So last year you were first in offense in the SWAC, second in defense in the SWAC, and this year you have the most FBS transfers in the FCS,
Yes.
right? Is the count 27, or did you add another one?
Well, we got a couple more that we've already added. We just haven't announced them. So,
Okay, so you might be at 28, 29.
We're trying to be strategic with some of our announcements as well.
Yes. So, Coach, can you please talk a little bit about your not giving away too much, but your strategy for the FBS transfers coming in?
Well, the thought process was the guys that we lost and transferred, whether they were transferred or whether they graduated, we wanted to make sure that we were trying to get similar players as such. So, for example, we had a defensive lineman that entered the portal and went to a Power 4 school. So we wanted to be intentional in recruiting those type of players, right? So, I think that was, we felt we want to return back to get back to the SWAC, being the SWAC champion, get back to hopefully playing in the Celebration Bowl. It was important to maybe get older at the position that we were at because we lost older players. So it was intentional. Trust me. Now again, a lot of the guys that we did that came to us, they understood the FAMU brand, they understood the success that FAMU's has had over the last couple of years, and now obviously we're playing 12 nationally televised games. So those guys, thank you. Those guys now understand if they do have goals of getting to play at the next level, they could do that at FAMU as well.
Thank you for that, Coach. My next question is about which game are you most excited about?
The first one. The first
Miami?
One. No, our
Troy?
first game. No, our first game of the year.
Oh, the MEAC SWAC Challenge.
SWAC Challenge. I mean, obviously everyone's looking ahead, and that's what fans and alumni are supposed to do. But I think the thing that's going to be important for us is we can't worry about October,
right,
and November. We have to make sure we are ready to play that first game of the year against Norfolk State. We got to be great in our training camp to be ready for Norfolk State. So those are the things that I'm holding on to, and again, teams have a possibility of being great in September, but not great in October and November. Right. So for me, I want us to take the 1-0 opinion every week, and let's take care of our first opponent before we can worry about anybody else.
Are you guys revealing your quarterback?
Well, yeah, I mentioned that it was going to be our AD Sykes. AD Sykes will be our starting quarterback that first week, and she said she's ready to go.
Okay, because allegedly.
This one?
Yes. No, this one. Sorry. Just a little bit closer. Okay. And this has to look like this. Here it is. There we go. All right. Everybody. Okay, I'm live. We live. Okay, I'm gonna give this to you. Welcome. That was an intermission, that little video that you had. I'll play the rest of it later because we have Dr. Charles McClellan here, none other than the commissioner of the SWAC.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. This is our
again this year. That's right.
I feel lucky, right? I get to interview you live. Everybody has a lot of questions for you.
Sure.
The first one being, of course, the breaking news announcement that we're moving the basketball tournament to Atlanta.
That is correct.
So last year when we talked about the tournament, we talked about how building a home base
That's
is
correct.
so important, and also the investment, right, piece. So I'm guessing that Atlanta has, given you a great investment into this tournament.
That's a good guess. Yes.
Can you expound a little bit about this historic switch to Atlanta and the thought process behind it?
Well, I think you summed it up perfectly. We're looking for a home where they're going to invest heavily. We've heard from our constituents, which is the fans, that say that they wanted our basketball tournament to be a destination event. We've expanded it from 8 teams to 10 teams this year, and then the following year is going to be 12. It's going to be at the Gateway Center, which is a NBA arena. The WNBA Dream play there, and the G League plays there. So we're going to have suites, and we're going to have drinks. We're going to team up with the Atlanta Fulton County Recreational Authority. We're going to have concerts. We're going to have day parties. We're going to have career fairs.
Day parties?
Yeah, so
in Atlanta? Oh, y'all
Right.
may be lit.
Right.
So this is kind of like, when I hear all of this, I'm thinking of, because I'm in North Carolina, I'm thinking about CIAA and how everything ties into it, with the community events and day parties and stuff. And I'm getting excited just hearing it. So I'm going to ask some of the fan questions because they have a lot.
Sure.
There's a couple of questions that one of my fans gave me on Saturday, Mr. Ford. I'm not going to ask all of those questions, but one of the questions is, can you please ask how much direct revenue has the SWAC received from the HBCU Gold Deal?
Yeah, we don't display those numbers.
They're not going to display those numbers. Next, is there any updates on a possible conference expansion? Last year when we talked, what? It seems like people have the same questions over and over.
Yes.
Because last year you emphasized that for anybody to be added to the conference, they have to add value.
Yes. That hasn't changed. And from an expansion standpoint, that hasn't changed. We said that we don't want to expand and create additional hardships for our member institutions. And anybody that's coming in. There's great value of being a part of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, both intrinsic value and financial. And the distribution is strong. Our memberships are very excited about where we are from a financial standpoint, the dollars that they get. We don't want to dilute that.
Right.
And you talk about sold out stadiums. You talk about 7 of our games have 50,000 people or more. Bethune-Cookman and FAMU has come in and have done a tremendous job of elevating our brand. We got as much from them coming as they got out of joining the SWAC. And if we ever expand, those are going to be the criteria that we take a look at.
Okay. So he's answering all the questions, but a lot of the questions, they remain the same. So that means when I do my little spiel on my podcast and I say that Commissioner McClellan said X, Y, and Z, that means that it holds the same. This holds true because I get asked the same questions over and over, and I just repeat what you told me last year.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Stephen. Stephen, you've never seen the commissioner say any numbers as far as HBCU go. Ultimately, what you're typing there is what you heard out in the social sphere, which is not anything that came from the conference office. No conference office, whether it's the SEC or the SWAC, gives publicly the numbers from their deals.
Right.
It allows others to negotiate against you.
Right.
So it is not a real good tactic to do so, because if you put numbers out there, you have now limited your ability to get and maximize your revenue.
So Commissioner, congratulations on getting your extension to 2032. Can you elaborate a little bit about some of the, well, not too much, but some of the things that you're looking to do in the SWAC in terms of like possibly growing it?
Well, we want to continue to grow. I think the thing that I am probably most proud of in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of movement. There's been a lot of inconsistencies within Division I. You have the House settlement. You have conferences that have lost teams. You have conferences that have to merge with other conferences. You have those that have lost television deals, and the Southwestern Athletic Conference has been one of the most stable conferences, FCS or FBS
I
as well.
keep saying it that
Right.
the SWAC is bar none, especially when we talk in terms of FCS level. When we talk about notoriety, as in the name, the SWAC is, up there. And I think that it's important to continue to flourish, and you've done an excellent job at doing that. Is there any way, or do you think that it is a possibility that you guys will get rid of divisions, or are the divisions more so to keep the financial piece, with traveling and stuff, to a minimum?
Well, part of the division when we brought in FAMU and Bethune-Cookman was obviously to keep travel down across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But we cross over in football.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I've said this time and time again, oftentimes people say the commissioner did this, the commissioner did that. The commissioner doesn't make these decisions.
Right.
The decision starts with the sports groups to the ADs, SWAs, to the president. My role is to implement what they want done.
So you guys have votes and stuff.
Absolutely. Everything is voted upon.
So that means that all 12 of the presidents make these types of decisions. So like the decision to expand from the 8 teams to 10 to 12 is
that was at the athletic
voted.
director. So there are certain things that go to the president, certain things that stop at the athletic director level. All of that is predicated on our constitution and bylaws. But the conference office doesn't say, well, we're going to move to Atlanta, we're going to bring 12 teams, or we're going to change divisions. All of that is a derivative of the leadership within the conference, within the schools.
Okay. And then another question that I have is they have the SEC network, or they have the Texas A&M network. Is there a possibility that we can get, which these networks, they also coincide with ESPN Plus, because you're able to, if you click on it on ESPN Plus, it'll say that it's showing.
If I can interrupt you.
Okay.
They don't coincide with ESPN Plus. Those networks are owned by ESPN.
Oh, okay.
They're just under the mantra of the SEC. So Texas A&M doesn't have a network. Texas had to get rid of their network. Well, I shouldn't say get rid of. Texas can't show the games because of the contractual obligations of the SEC media deal. So the Texas.
Can we get a SWAC network when you guys renegotiate for ESPN?
Well, probably not, simply because of the revenue and the amount of people that have to watch and the infrastructure that it takes.
Okay.
That is the part of the reason why we have started the Swac Digital Network. But what that does is it allows you to expand. So, for example, if we wanted to talk to Amazon Prime, or we wanted to talk to any one of those networks, that's the direction that we are setting ourselves up for.
And that would be through the SWAC Digital Network?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna clarify. So SWAC Digital Network is what would be utilized in the capacity of growing. And then you said that because of the ESPN deal and HBCU how those things are structured, that the SWAC Digital Network is limited on certain things that it can show because of those.
Sure. Okay. Sure. And the Southwestern Athletic Conference, we have more games shown than any other FCS conference. We on par with all of the Group of 5 FBS conference. So you have to really look at where you are, where you're positioned, what the market value is. We have third-party entities that evaluate what our market value is, what we can get, what we can't get. And we do the same as those major conferences, and we will continue to do that.
Okay. And my last question that I'm going to have, HBCU Go picked up more football games. They're showing 2 separate football games the same year. Same weekend. I'm sorry. So like on Saturday they have 2 games.
Yes.
And I remember last year when we were talking, you did say that they're going to expand into the Olympic sports. So piggybacking off of this question, is there any conversation with HBCU Go to increase the coverage of basketball and Olympic sports coverage this year?
Yes, it is. And again, part of what we want to expand, we have a goal of having all of our games, basketball, football, Olympic sports, on those platforms. So as HBCU grows, you're going to start to see the growth of the SWAC on that network.
Thank you so much, Commissioner McClellan.
Thank you.
And there you have it, folks. Live on Shelovesthee podcast. This is where you can catch it at. Hit the subscribe button.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Why are y'all cutting up in the comments like that? Mr. Campbell, why is you cutting up like that? Don't be over here embarrassing me. Y'all behave. Y'all behave when you talking to certain people. All right, y'all want me to go get I think Coach Graves slipped out on me. Mr. Bolden, I'm sorry I didn't ask your question, but Mr. Commissioner McClellan's not like anybody else. He be reading the chat, okay? All right. Let me see who else I can go get. You want me to go get? Who do you guys want me to go get? Let me see if I can find him. I asked him, was he coming? And he said yes, but he said he was hungry. And let me see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the rest of the FAMU video. And you guys go ahead and watch that. And I'm gonna go. I don't know if it's true or not. Allegedly, they said you have 8 quarterbacks on your roster.
Well, allegedly,
is that true?
No, we do not. We
Okay.
you know, we obviously at the end of the year we finished with Daniel Richardson and Junior Meritovich as 1A, 1B, 1B, 1A.
Yes.
Both those guys are working with the 1s and the 2s. We ended up signing a young man from University of Miami, and then we have Hooker who came back. He was a North Carolina A&T transfer. So we'll only carry 5 to 6 for training camp, which is normal for anywhere else. But if you're looking at who our possible starters going to be, I think Junior and Daniel are going to have a great competition, and we'll see moving forward who that guy will be.
Thank you for that. Okay.
Well, first of all, I mentioned AD Sykes. You don't think she could be our quarterback?
I don't know how she is with her accuracy.
Oh, I saw her form.
She has accuracy.
She has accuracy,
okay.
And her form was impeccable.
Okay.
5 minutes ago.
Last question, Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you worked on that strike?
I have. I did.
Can I see it?
I actually have a strike core coordinator that comes by every week, and we.
Because they said you was doing like like a Florida State.
No,
chop.
I wasn't doing that. I was my rhythm wasn't very good. That's so it looked like that. But once you give me the music and I'm able to do it again.
You gotta have music.
I do. You gotta have some rhythm with it, right? But I
I need to be on mute because I'm trying to bring it on some people. So give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to bring on some student athletes, and I'm trying to pull up their information. Thank you so much for tuning in live. I have with me Carrick Ross, wide receiver, and Jordan Bussey, defensive line of MVSU. How you guys doing today?
Doing all right. We're doing good.
That's good. That's good. So you guys are getting some turf field.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys excited for those upgrades? And how do you think that that's going to show in your play at home?
I don't really think it'll fix our play, but it's just nice to have. Really, just a little essential. That's it.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get you on camera. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's live. It's live, y'all. So this is both of y'all's first SWAC media day?
Yes.
Tell me what you think about the experience.
I love it. You know, I'm grateful to be here. I'm thankful that our coach and our university chose us to come be a part of it and represent the university.
I'm grateful as well. I actually like the scenery, the cameras, and the microphones. It made me feel like I'm getting ready for the next step of my career.
Okay. And what are you guys majoring in?
I'm health, physical education, and recreation.
I'm sports administration grad school.
So you don't. I think it actually. You don't have to.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
catch. It'll catch both of your voices. Yeah. Okay. Well, you are talking kind of low, Jordan.
Oh, snap.
It's kind of shy. Come on.
No. Let me tighten up real quick.
Tighten up.
Yeah.
So tell me about which game on your schedule this season are you guys most excited about?
The first one, Tennessee State. That's all we got our eyes on right now. We're locked in on them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
And another question that I have is, okay, so this one is for Jordan. Can you talk a little bit about your defensive line, your summer workout, and how are you guys meshing as far as communicating?
Yeah. Oh man, we've been working so hard, man, as a unit and as a team. With our strength coach, Coach Evans, you know, he's been getting us right. D-line wise, man, we put in extra work in the afternoons. Like we're really not taking many days off. I wish I was back there with them right now, getting some work in. You know what I'm saying? But I know they're back there working, and we've been working all summer, getting ready to get after people.
And for you, Carrick, how's the offense? I know you guys had a really good quarterback last year that was playing really well. And you're a wide receiver. So are you excited about your offense and your quarterback?
Yes, ma'am. Of course I am. I expect big things coming from the offensive side of the ball, or the defensive side of the ball as well, with this being our second year in the system. So we're expecting more execution, expecting to move the ball fast, move the ball, and win.
And we've seen some explosion in recruitment in Valley over the last couple of years. Do you credit that to your new coach, Coach Wade, the new head coach, and your other coaches behind the scenes? Or are you guys helping recruit as well?
No, I mean, it is a credit to them, you know, the relationships they continue to build out on the recruiting trail. You know, that's the reason why I came here. I was in the transfer portal, and they came and got me out of there. Just the relationships we've built over the recruiting process. It helped make that decision easy.
Okay.
They make it seem very easy. Coach Anderson, he gets in with the guys and get them going, get them around us, and make them feel at home.
Okay. Well, we are going to see you in Jackson this year for the Tigers. Yeah, I went to Jackson State. You guys like your new logo?
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Well, everybody, that was Carrick Ross and Jordan Bussey. Thank you all for coming on and doing this live interview with me.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
All
appreciate
right. Yeah, they look dapper. Fit check.
Yeah.
Oh, show the inside. You didn't even show me the inside. Okay. Yeah.
Stylish.
Okay.
Very stylish.
Okay.
Very stylish.
Oh, and it's got your player number in there too.
Man.
All right. And so might as well segue in. might as well segue in.
How many we got coming now?
Coach Wade, where you going? Where you going? Ooh, you almost left. I just okay. I understand. All right. I won't hold you too long. Here you go. We're live. You can't, or you can put it on your jacket. And sit right here. There we go. We got Valley's head coach. See, I just interviewed your player, so it segued right on in. How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing, man?
I'm good. So I was just talking to your players about your recruiting and how it's really had an explosion since you came at the helm, and they credit it to the coaching staff as well as you making that process comfortable and showing them that you care about the players. But can you talk a little bit about your methodology with the transfer portal and also recruiting locally?
Yes. So you asked me this last year, it's a totally different answer this year. So we've changed our philosophy. So we evaluated our roster and we looked at all the kids that we got from the transfer portal. We didn't have a lot of success with the FBS kids. The kids that came from upper level, we didn't have 25% we retained. So the kids we went after were lower level kids, Division II players. We got 100% retention rate. We 60% with our JUCO kids. So getting kids that have played football and had success playing football are the kids that we're after now. Last year we signed 30 plus kids, and a lot of them were from FBS programs, and they didn't pan out. So yeah, we've changed our entire philosophy with type of kids we go after.
Okay. I predicted you to beat Tennessee State this year. So can you talk a little bit about those away games for your players, the classics? Because I know last year you went to the Chicago Classic, and of course this year you're going to play a lot of different key games away from home. Can you talk a little bit about those on the road games and the importance that of your players being well rested and hydrated and fed? They need to be
absolutely,
fed.
Absolutely. Which is part of the problem we had in Chicago as far as feeding our kids. But we got to tailor our practice. We got 4 straight road games. So the way we practice, we got to make sure we don't overwork our kids in practice, because we understand the long haul of what we got going. We're going to be on the road for a month straight. It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to go plant that Mississippi Valley flag in other states. So we look forward to that opportunity. Actually, we love it. We Royal Warriors, and we look forward to that opportunity.
And you've had some great overhaul at home. You guys are getting that new turf put down. Then you got a new billboard. You changed your logo. Can you talk a little bit about the Valley culture? You're a former player from there, and how you as a coach are bringing back that culture and that honor to the program.
Yes, it takes a lot of us. It's not just me. I mean, it's just a lot of people involved behind the scenes that make this work. So, it means a little bit more to me because I am a Valley guy. So definitely embrace that a little bit more than most people would. But it shows growth. That's what it shows. It's one thing to talk about elevating and growing the program, but to actually see these things happening, I mean, it's tangible evidence that we're really.
Okay. And I'm just going to read a couple of the comments. Coach, I wish you had a better experience at the Chicago Classic. Aquay says, hi, Coach Wade. So I'm going to just leave it there because I know you got to get back. But hopefully I'll get to interview you again, maybe in the season or,
Doors always open for you. Anytime you want to come to Mississippi Valley, we'll have the door open for you. We're going to treat you right. We're going to feed you good, too. So you're going to eat good at the Valley.
Okay. All right. Y'all heard it. I've been to Itty Bean before when I was in college, so come back now.
A little bit different experience.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Y'all doing these interviews back to back.
You rolling today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Love it.
that's why you take the picture.
Oh wait, can I take a picture with you real quick? Oh no. Here, just do it. That way I can just post it. Okay. Let me stand right here.
All right, guys, so clear. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the interview. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. Y'all cutting up in these comments. Y'all not supposed to cut up during the interviews. We're gonna cut up later. Wait, okay, so I'm gonna let y'all finish. How y'all think about the Coach Cozy interview? Y'all need to look at that uninterrupted. I can't wait to play it uninterrupted or post it. It was a good one. What did you guys think about the Coach Maynard interview? That was crazy, right? Blue, come here. Are you getting ready to do an interview, Blue? Blue, come here. Okay. Where's he at? Okay. Maybe I'll get Blue on. Everybody's leaving now, so I'm gonna go see let me go see if I can find Coach Graves. And then that'll probably be it. I see Robinson. Let me go see. No, I'm not jumping around. See, and this is why. Dang. All right. I don't know. I think he's gone. Huh? Nothing. Thank you so much for coming, Coach, on here. You look like you was getting right ahead. Beeline to the exit.
I was shut down. All the tables going and everything. The last one's here.
Okay. So everybody, I have the infamous predicted to go first, Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. in the house. Thank you so much for answering the questions. I'm gonna be quick, y'all.
Okay.
So Coach, you have number 1 in defense. Wait, yeah. Let me talk. I'm sorry. I done ran out of breath. Okay, so you bought James Burgess and Andrew Body. The elephant in the room, of course, is your offense. You bought in a new offensive coordinator. Can you talk a little bit about what you want that development to be?
Yeah, well, for us, we're looking just from the whole team standpoint, we want to be more consistent. I tell my kids consistently good equals great. So everybody has to do their job at a high level, be intentional about it. And at the same time, offensively, we have to be more explosive. We did a good job of running the football, controlling the clock, but at the same time, it's hard to run 12 good plays in a row. The defenses are really good. They make adjustments. They have sideline technology now. So you got to have that guy who can take a 5-yard play and turn it into an 80-yard touchdown. So we're looking to identify those guys on the team.
Okay. And then you, and then Coach Bubba McDowell, and then now Coach Chris Dishman.
Yeah.
The Houston Oilers are taking over the SWAC.
It seems that way. We may all wear our powder blue uniforms together one day, but and then James Williams is my defensive back coach, and he played with us also. So it's actually 4 guys in the conference. But it's one of those things that just I don't know how it happened that way, but I guess with the proximity of Houston being the major city that's in the SWAC territory, I think it just kind of all fell into place. But know those guys well. Those are 2 guys that I looked up to when I first got into the NFL. You know, Dishman was at a Pro Bowl level. Bubba McDowell also. They taught me how to be a professional, and I wouldn't have made it 11 years in the NFL if not for those guys when I was a young player to really help me and teach me what it took to be a professional.
Well, see, there you have it. There you have it. So on the show the other night, Mr. Ford was talking about your defensive schemes at the NFL level, of course. You had a great defensive season last year. You lost a couple of key pieces. They either went in the portal or they graduated. Can you talk about that rebuild or bringing in those plug and play pieces on the defense?
Yeah, I think first of all, a whole lot of credit has to go to my defense coordinator, Ryan Lewis. Man, he's done a great job. When I was doing ESPN, I was able to cover him when he was a all-conference, all-American linebacker at Bethune-Cookman. So gave the defense to him, and 99% of what you see is his thoughts and kind of my philosophy of just being tough and being physical. And so it's been working out really well. James Williams, my secondary coach. A couple guys have gone on to the NFL, and Mikey Victor, and also Keenan Isaac. And so we got another kid, James Burgess, cornerback, who we feel like should get drafted. So he's doing a great job. Defensive line coach Todd Middleton. Billy Gresham was a linebacker that played at Alabama State, all-conference guy also. And so I let those guys run it. I kind of put my philosophy on it as far as the toughness part of it and playing with that level of consistency. But they kind of draw it up, and I just kind of put my input here and there. And to me, it all starts with special teams when you talk about football. And then the next most important thing is defense. So that keeps us in the game. And I love it. I love being out there, being a part of it, and love watching those guys go to work.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for coming on. Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., Alabama State, predicted to finish first in the East now.
You're not saying that with any type of enthusiasm.
No, I'm look, we're gonna have to see you. Last year I made a little play, a little dig on you coming to Jackson State for homecoming. I was trying to be funny. This year I'm not about to say nothing except for congratulations on your preseason.
You coming to the game?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They said that the Alabama State kind of hostile.
No, we're not. We're gonna give you the best seat in the house.
The best seat in the house for us to win. He basically said he's gonna give me the best seat in the house to see us lose.
I didn't say all of that. I just said, see how you add words. I said I'm gonna give you the best seat in the house with a period.
Okay. All right. That sounds good, Coach.
All right. I get off there now. See, like dismissed, interview over.
No, I mean, I know you was getting ready to leave out.
Absolutely.
They're asking questions in here, but
Let's see, what are the questions?
They asked about losing Bubba, but I think you pretty much answered that question with that. And they said, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, Bubba's gonna be a big loss, but we got first of all DeMarcus Cunningham, a kid from Bessemer City here in the Birmingham area. So I think he's an all-conference guy in my opinion. Was second on the team in tackles last year. Then Rico Dozier is a kid that transferred from Pine Bluff. So so we're trying to maintain that level. And then Janelle Brown is another guy that I talk about on that defensive line. He's the guy that graduated in the spring from Pompano Beach. He's from down there in South Florida, though, that area. But he's a good player. And then Traquan Thomas and Kanye Varner. So I think those are the guys. I think I didn't answer your question totally. Are the guys that we feel like can step up and keep us at that high standard defensively. So, but the teams are getting better on offense, so we're gonna have to work to maintain that level. We understand that.
Right,
All
right.
So let me get out of here before you kick me off the air and shut the computer down. I'll see you in November. I think it's a late game. That's not till November till we play Jackson.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All
We're
right.
gonna see. We're gonna definitely see you.
All right.
All right. Are your players leaving too?
I think they are.
Oh,
See
well
'em?
then can they come over here real quick? They're right there.
Buddy, I'll go get them.
Thank you.
All right. Be nice to them. They're nice young men.
Of course. I interviewed Body last year. It just was for Texas Southern. All right, y'all. That was Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. Thank you so much, y'all. Oh, let me see if I can read these real quick. KJ Catchings, thank you so much. EA, thank you for the donation. Once again, you can make those donations up at the top of the screen. These just go, they invest back into my channel. We're gonna have the Alabama State players come over here momentarily, hopefully. So y'all, what y'all think about that Coach Cozy interview? I thought it was pretty funny. What do you guys think about the predicted order of finish? Y'all let me know what you guys think in the chat, because they dropped all of this stuff while I was here at SWAC Media Day, and I've been like interviewing nonstop. And so I haven't really had the opportunity to just stop and look. Ooh, boy. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come back over here and say hi, because you got your FAMU folks in the chat.
Oh, gotcha.
I just had to play that right there, the one that we did earlier, but they don't think that I see. Look.
They mad at you? What they mad at you for?
Because they said that I wasn't interviewing any FAMU folks.
We were here. We already did our interview, didn't we?
Yeah, and I was playing it and showing them. See, right here, live and direct. But we're probably not going to be able to take a picture because my But thank you for coming back. See
y'all in Atlanta. See y'all in Atlanta. Can't wait to see you guys.
See, look at him.
What they got? What they say?
What's up, Coach? What's up, Coach? How are you using the drones? Don't know. He's not gonna use them. Tell him to strike, T. He already did.
I already did.
Hey, he got it.
I already
Oh, he got it.
My strike coordinator got me right.
His strike coordination is good. Thank you for coming back.
I see you guys in Atlanta. Thank you.
He showed you guys the strike. Y'all saw it, right? Yeah.
It was better, wasn't
it? It was. That was good. And you didn't.
A lot better than before.
Yep. He said he got a strike coordinator. Okay. So there's still a couple of players here that I might be able to interview. Maybe. I see some Alcorn players here. And like I said, y'all, hey, how you doing? Uh-oh. That school down the street. We got that school from down the street. What's up?
How you gonna beat me to my line?
Because I'm gonna just this is the school from down the way.
School up the street. How you doing?
We're good. School from down the street.
School up the street. How's media day going? I mean, how you wrapping up?
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
Nice to meet you. Met you. Well, kind of met you yesterday in a heist. You were running around.
Yeah, I was trying to get my luggage. They had it missing at the airport.
So you
Coach,
flew
show
from,
off your ring. Oh no, he's talking about somebody else.
So I got some too.
You ain't wearing it.
I'm just saying, you know. But anyway, 4 of them.
Ooh, okay. Greg, let me see you. You let that tomahawk hang, right?
Just a little bit. You know, the team, I mean, in a rival, if you win, you got 365 days of bragging rights, right?
Thank you, Miss Mary. How many?
You got 365 days. I still got some days left. Were you at the game last year?
Yes.
I'm saying when we played.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you do realize and understand we won. So that entitles us to a whole year of bragging.
What you bragging about?
The fact that we beat y'all.
And that's all you have to brag about. Because how did you lose to Texas Southern, a 2-9 team?
It does
they
not matter.
lost.
No,
It absolutely matters. They lost to the team.
Because we're talking about the game that we played.
You only
Jackson,
want to talk about Jackson State versus Alcorn. I want
That's
to talk
who
about.
yeah.
I want to talk about why y'all lost to Texas Southern.
No. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna stay focused.
Oh, you only want to stay focused on that.
We're gonna stay focused on this conversation.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we still have some days left.
What's that? Are you guys getting ready to start summer?
Well,
camp?
we're already.
Or no, fall camp. When's fall camp start?
Yeah, we're already in summer, and then fall camp starts on the 29th.
Okay.
Of this month.
So Brandy says that we're rooting for you to make it to the SWAC champ. So we don't mind you being SWAC West champs. We don't mind that at all.
Like we're on different sides.
Yeah. So
And
you
then-
can meet us in the middle.
Somebody actually said that they're hoping for a back-to-back FOBO, and I think that'd be kind of cool to be able to host that back-to-back in Norman, the end of the season and the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I've wondered, and now that I have you, how did you? What's your background in sports? What brought you to this?
My background in sports?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I just am a sports fanatic. I've watched sports for years. You want to know how I'm an expert at it?
No, I mean
my expertise in sports.
When you really got into.
Okay, so I've always watched sports. I've always been into it.
Mm-hmm.
Football, at the NFL level, college level. But when I really got into doing this was a year and a half ago.
Okay. You trying to get 80 sites?
Yep.
80 sites.
OBG.
Who?
OBG.
Okay. I just thought so as well.
Fine.
Let me warn you. Yeah. So sometimes she don't like to take things head on. She wants to go backwards.
Well, if I go backwards, I'm gonna be hitting myself in the head.
She wants to go backwards on some things. She'll like, y'all beat us, but what happened here? But what happened here? No, we're gonna stay right here where we are, and this is what we're gonna talk about. So when you're talking about Owens Watson Classic, she's gonna bring up something else, and then you're gonna be off track.
I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Stay focused. Okay. And we'll finish this interview later.
Okay. All right. Coach Fred, Alcorn, those folks down the street. I have another special guest. This is actually my first woman that I'm getting to interview at SWAC Media Day. None other than Coach A.D. Sykes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So is it okay to call you OBG?
I don't know what that is. I see the hashtags, but I don't know what it.
So somebody said your nickname was Original Big Girl.
Okay, so they used to call me that years ago.
In Graham?
We're talking like fresh out of college when I was a sports information director. So if you don't know, I started my career in sports information, and yes, Original Big Girl was the thing. So we're OBG. Okay, I'm tracking now. There it is.
I'm gonna just go ahead and because they were saying it. So now you know. So if you see OBG, it means Original Big Girl. Okay. And now you guys know where it came from. She was a sports information director right out of college. Thank you so much for coming on. I had the opportunity to interview Kelvin Dean and Coach Cozy, and I just wanted to commend you for this past year or so. Can you talk a little bit about Celebration Bowl win, SWAC championship win, and you can go ahead and brag a little bit,
What all I needed was the prompt because we brag different at Florida A&M University. But I'll start first with what you asked specifically about the Celebration Bowl and the SWAC championship. We don't lose at brag, so it was very important for us to put our student athletes in a position where we hosted the conference championship game at home. Right? We haven't lost that in brag in years. But the Celebration Bowl was an incredible experience for the student athletes. But just personally, I attended the very first Celebration Bowl. I've only missed one in the history of that particular game. So for me to have gone, and I remember I was wearing a shirt that said the black of the college, the sweet of the knowledge at the first Celebration Bowl, and then to be able to go back.
That was Grambling, wasn't it?
So that year it was, I think, Alcorn and North Carolina A&T, right? So for me to be able to go to the inaugural Celebration Bowl as a spectator, and then in my first football season as the AD at FAMU, go back, participate, and win, and become the first woman AD to lead a program to a Celebration Bowl win was really pretty exciting.
That's historic. So
hold on, I'm not finished bragging.
Oh, so she said she's not done. She's got to brag a little bit more.
We're gonna keep bragging. Okay. I mean, you prompted the bragging, but
please.
For the first time in school history, we are the home of 2 HBCU national champions with our football team and our golf team. We had 3 SWAC champions this year, and not only that, because our student athletes, I've always said my vision is for our student athletes to leave FAMU with a degree in one hand and a championship ring on the other. When the NCAA released their APR data, their academic progress rates, we reported the highest academic progress rates in school history since the data has been collected by the NCAA.
Oh, wow.
So when you think about the type of year we've had on the field and off the field, our student athletes have been really performing above and beyond expectations.
Right. See, got that APR up. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions in the she's throwing some haymakers. She's definitely throwing them. Okay, so which game are you looking forward to this particular season? Because everybody's coming for FAMU. I'm sorry. You guys are the SWAC champs. It just comes with the territory. Everybody's going to be gunning after FAMU.
Well, Coach Cozy always says it's one game at a time. So I hate to sound cliche in this, but both of my parents are Norfolk State grads. So my dad actually played basketball at Norfolk State University. He won a CIAA championship as a member of the basketball team. I previously worked at Norfolk State University. So in order for me to keep my family group chat humble, we're going to need to whip up on them Spartans. So sorry, Coach Odoms, but it's coming.
That's that MEAC SWAC challenge. Well, kind of MEAC versus former MEAC, right? Because FAMU was in the MEAC. But of course, MEAC SWAC, FAMU's repping the SWAC now. So my last question is, you guys have been on the road on like a tour, right?
We have been
on it. So how's that experience going all over the country?
Well, it's been great. And we call it the Strike Tour. So we're in the middle of Strike Tour 2024. We started off in Tampa, raising money for our student athletes. Then we traveled to DC. We did Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Chicago, and actually we travel to Atlanta tomorrow for our MEAC SWAC walkthrough and press conference. And we will be hosting 2 fundraisers in Atlanta. There was such a demand to get together with our coaches and also provide resources for our student athletes that we had to break it up into 2 days. So we have one on Wednesday and one Thursday. So if you're in Atlanta, join us at JR Crickets on Thursday night to help us generate the resources to support our student athletes. But the minimum ask every time we step in the room is $25,000, and we have had people exceed. For example, when we were in South Florida, the ask was $25,000, over $60,000 generated. So we are really excited that people want to invest in our student athletes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And this is none other than AD Sites. Can I see you strike?
We're going to strike, and strike again.
All right. We'll see you in October.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Y'all, brag different is a different type of brag, okay? They're gonna let you know. And there you have it. Because I'm gonna ask the questions that people want to know. OBG, original big girl. That was her name back in college. Thank you, Miss Mary, for my donation. Huh? Yeah. All right. So see what happens. This is what happens is there's like some what happens is I'll do an interview, and then by the time I finish with the interview, I done missed one or two people. Okay, I want to get them. Y'all, we're gonna have a live tonight. What time is it? It's 2. So we're gonna have a live later on tonight. It's gonna be lit, okay? Because we're gonna go over the predicted order of finish, first team and second team all SWAC. Yeah. Let me see. Now, I was able to get some really good interviews. Right. So while I go grab someone else, I am going to put up Evan Henry's interview. Hopefully I have the sound. Okay, there it goes. Technical difficulties. Hello, everyone. This is Shelovesthee Podcast. I am here live with the Evan Henry,
The one and only.
first team all SWAC. First team. You didn't know that?
First team.
You knew that. Stop playing. And you let the cat out the bag that you are going to be a Swiss Army knife for Jackson State this year. Well, first of all, congratulations. That's a huge achievement. You transferred from ULM and you haven't looked back since in a way of.
Matter of fact, I've looked back one time, and that's going to be on August 29th. We'll go down there to ULM, get a chance to play again.
Okay, how excited are you for that?
Very excited. You know, when I was at ULM, I got a chance to play Jackson State. And now that I'm at Jackson State, I get a chance to play ULM. Two schools that, helped me out a lot over the years as far as giving me opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I am grateful for the opportunity that they did give me, but I'm also just as grateful to give the opportunity back on August 29th.
And you can ready to give them an opportunity of an L?
So that's the goal right there. The opportunity to go in there in their home and put on for Jackson State.
You heard it first.
I see it.
You heard it. So how important is, you are experienced, but how important is that to the core of your offensive line?
Very important. I played a lot of games. I've seen a lot of different defenses, and just having somebody like me in that room to coach the guys up, see the look before it happens. You know what I'm saying? And as far as with our offensive line, we kind of got a younger group. That younger group is returning for their second year, so their confidence is pretty high. They got a chance to see last year different looks and different teams. So just coming back this year and playing those same teams again, and new teams is UL as far as ULM. They will have a great opportunity this year. Mm-hmm. Just getting a chance to ball.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Which that is just going to segue into my next question. Aside from the ULM game, which games are you most excited about?
Honestly, I'm so excited for our home schedule this year. This is my last season, and getting to play teams like Southern and FAMU at home, um, in front of our fans, it's always a great opportunity and great games. Southern, they bring a lot of fans. They bring a lot of energy, and I think having those fans in the vet one last time for me is going to be a very surreal moment. I'm also excited to play, honestly, all of our games. I think this is a great schedule. They put a great schedule together as far as getting a chance to play in Alabama twice this year, getting a chance to be everybody's big game this year.
And as always, Jackson State, that's everybody wants to play Jackson State hard. And it's great that you are up and ready for the challenge and bringing along your younger offensive line group. How are you feeling about that quarterback room?
It's crazy. That room is stacked. Honestly, Coach TC has done a great job, and every position room, honestly, bringing in a lot of competition to breed success. I feel like football is a competitive sport. So my pops always told me a great number one needs a better number two, because your number two is going to push you to be even better than you thought you could be. And so just seeing the guys that he brought in the room, in the quarterback room with the guys that's already there, I think whoever ends up having that starting job is going to be a reason, because they didn't have to compete against two or three other guys hungry for that spot and hungry to prove that they're the best.
All right. Thank you. And there you have it, folks. Evan Henry, first team All SWAC, Jackson State offensive lineman.
Thank
Go
you so
Tigers.
much. Go Tigers.
I'll bring him back in here. They're ahead of schedule.
Okay.
So we get that one bring him back.
Oh, wait. All right, y'all. What did you guys think about that interview? I'm going to go grab one more person and then we'll be done until later on tonight. Okay, y'all. I think that's my last interview. Woo. How you guys doing in the chat? Everybody's packing up now. They gone. Everybody done left out the building. I was supposed to interview Alcorn's Coach Cedric Thomas, but I don't know where he went. I see his players, but I don't actually see him anywhere. I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to my sponsors, supporters, and contributors of Shelovesthee podcast. You guys, without you, this day would not have been possible. There's a couple of people that I didn't get to interview, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, all right? So let me go ahead and read those out to you. I want to give a shout out to Avis Heath, Rebecca Wilson, Sarah Foote, Gloria Minifield, Christopher Dukes, Gerald Price, Desi Scott, Kim Sweeney, Johnny Barnes, EA from FAMU, Tony Cook, Tara Lynn Walker, Juwan Ford, Miss Mary Stewart, CJ Catchings, Mr. Seeley McGinnis, also for the support. I haven't updated it since yesterday. So did I say Mary Stewart and CJ Catchings already? Miss Newsom, Denise Newsom. And yay, I have some colors. Oh, me. Okay, cool. Y'all. If I'm in the middle, y'all gotta lean in. I was kind of, yeah. Y'all can get close. I don't bite. I'm not Coach Maynard.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was all about. But.
Look who I got. I got Coach and I got Blue live. So just a quick 5-minute spiel, nothing too big. What is your analysis of me and you gonna share? What is your analysis of the first and second team all SWAC and also the predicted order of finish? We'll start with the predicted order of finish.
I'll go that route and I'll let you talk players just because. But the predicted order of finish, I particularly did not agree with because I'm the added that to be the man you got to beat the man. And I felt that if nothing else, coming back, FAMU and PV deserve that top spot just because of the way they finished on top of the East and the West.
Right.
So, that's my take on that. But, being that what it is, now that just means that, the bullseye, yes, the bullseye's on the backs of Alabama State and on the backs of those Braves. So, every day counts. Every game is going to be a Super Bowl, which we already are everybody's Super Bowl.
Yeah, you gotta let y'all tomahawk hang this season, right?
Everybody comes out for that. So, that's just my take on that part. And then, as we always say, it's a preseason. Nothing's won or lost here today.
Mm-hmm.
Just, some paper acknowledgement, but, it feels good to be thought as number one.
Did you just say your team is paper?
No. The votes. But then
okay.
The fact that you overlooked the fact that I said it feels good to be thought of as number one tells me a lot here. But yeah, feels good.
All right, Blue. What do you got? What do you think?
The offensive line disrespect was crazy. Did you notice they only had 9 offensive linemen? They put an NA spot on the graphic. Like we didn't have
You just couldn't find out of all the offensive line and all of the SWAC, you couldn't find an extra. Maybe they didn't get them nominated. That has to be what it is, right? They must not have nominated enough offensive linemen.
I think the SWAC's going to SWAC.
Right.
The SWAC office is going to SWAC. But supposedly, so you have a guy like a Jalen Goss who was a first team all SWAC offensive lineman for FAMU, but he didn't play enough snaps to be on the all conference team. How do we have a snap limit for preseason all conference? I'm not 100% sold on that, but the offensive line stuff was just insane. But I think everything else, you look at like a Irv Mulligan. I mean, I don't think any of us three sitting here, anyone in the chat, are going to say Irv Mulligan isn't probably the most proven returning SWAC running back.
Yeah.
You got Eaglin, put both of them on first team, right?
Right.
But the snap minimum was a little bit weird. But not finding 10 offensive linemen that were worthy of all SWAC consideration, given that Jackson had Quay Davis that you could have put on there as a freshman All-American. FAMU had Goss and the center TJ that you could have put on there. I mean, there was plenty of options. So that was my biggest takeaway from that.
I'm not going to talk about the players.
You're not going to talk about the players. You're going to refrain from that.
What, Malachi Bailey for Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna promote here.
Yeah, I'm over that one.
Oh, Coach Thomas. See,
I'll get him. If you want him.
he said he was coming.
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
We got it.
Shout out to you for your coverage, though. Interviewing everybody, the setup, you got the lights, the background. So shout out to you for that.
From start to finish. That's really impressive.
Thank you. Thank
Did you
you.
even go get something to drink?
I did. I did take a break.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna slide out and I'm gonna let Coach Thomas slide in.
Oh, don't
And,
Coach Thomas to the fire.
I was looking at some of the comments.
Y'all, this is the
Yeah.
Oh, I loved your over and under show. Amazing. Amazing. The amount of wins that Jackson State's predicted to win. Amazing. Amazing. See, this is unbiased coverage right here. You couldn't ask for better predictions for this season going forward, right?
I will say this. The best episode that's going to drop on our channel will drop later today, where you got Fred interviewing Coach O, and it's just them.
Oh my God.
So stay tuned for that. Thank you.
Play around for it. Thank you.
Wait, come this way, please. Oh, I got wait. I have a
Yeah, she did. He tried to handle
Okay,
me rough.
we're gonna play musical chairs a little bit because I had you gotta take this one because it's only two of us now. There you go. All corn in the building. Here's your that's your mic. This is mine. How you doing today, Coach? You ready to go home?
Yeah, how you know?
Everybody's leaving. I was like, dang, where did you go? I tried to find you. You was missing in
I was over there
action.
doing the last interview.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate what you're doing, man. Like, not just the gender part is cool, but the message. Got some substance to it. So
Thank you. So, Coach Cedric Thomas, this is your first year as head coach at Alcorn. You beat Jackson State last year, and coming in as the head coach, you've been doing a lot of recruiting and bringing in some new key additions to Alcorn. Can you reveal who your quarterback's going to be?
yeah, as of now, Tyler Macon, coming out of spring, it's his job to lose. Now we got some guys that chomping at the bits. It's a really good quarterback battle. Some guys in, but it'll be unfair for him to leave, as the start in the spring, and then all of a sudden say he's not the one right now.
Right?
Now, will he be? So in a couple weeks across this, walkway against UAB, that's yet to be seen. But right now, he's the potential starter.
This is Malachi Bailey's second year at
Third.
SWAC Media.
Second.
At SWAC Media Day.
Yep.
Can you talk about that defensive line and defensive-minded coach now to head coach? Are you going to change the scheme, change some of those matchups that Alcorn had last year as far as your offense and defense? You're going to put your spin on it? Can you expound without revealing the playbook of what that might look like generically, what it could look like?
Yeah, up front, Coach Covington does a really good job, with the D line. So, kudos to him, getting them guys prepared and doing,
amazing job. And it's also it helps to have really good players like Malachi Bailey, Kayvon Henderson, Gideon Spotsville. So all those guys, has really done a good job understanding the culture and how we want to play up front. Deion Robeson, the new defensive coordinator, who played in the system, won championships as a D lineman. He'll take over the play calling reins, and so it'll be similar things inside the system, just from a schematic standpoint. But he'll do a really good job there. And so for me, when they label us as defensive coaches, offensive coaches, we just kind of look at it as football coaches. I can go in the offensive room and tell them guys what give defensive problems, and vice versa. And so I spend more time inside of the offensive room, letting them guys know, hey, this is what offense is looking for. This is what they're trying to do, and this is what they're trying to accomplish.
Okay. So basically what he's saying is don't limit him. He, as a defensive minded coach, you can also see how you need to fix your offense, right? Because you're able to see, defensively, I can get you if you don't do this. So then you tell the offense to fix it. So you have a couple of key games that are on your schedule. One of them, of course, is going to be Southern. That's going to be a big game for you. And that's going to be in Baton Rouge. Can you talk about that matchup, not just for this coming season, but historically?
And it's huge, everybody understand, the magnitude of playing there, a fan base. And I think it's just a testament to the conference and just the tradition that they have there. And all the people that support, it's almost like a family reunion. Just when you look at the records and how long, Alcorn been playing Southern, it's a long line of family tradition that's been passed down on both sides. So when you get there and, they feed you well and get you full. And then when you get in that stadium, it's totally different. And so, we know we got to go in hostile territory. I think it's their homecoming. Put a little more spice to it. We'll be ready.
All right, Coach. We're going to see you down in Lorman,
Most definitely. Yeah, we can't wait.
You can't wait.
We can't wait.
You can't wait.
Yeah.
We're going to the reservation. I might come to that game, might not. Just depends.
Yeah, we still trying to figure out what that Travis Hunter catch in or not.
Was it Travis Hunter or was it who?
It was Travis Hunter on the catch.
Oh,
in that end zone
okay.
for that touchdown.
Oh, okay. It might have been somebody else.
No, it was him. But
it was him.
They were saying he was out. Was he out or he in? But what an atmosphere. Man, that was what a hell of an atmosphere. That was amazing. So we enjoy the rivalry. We understand, the ins and outs of it and what it means. So it's a long way from now, but we definitely be prepared and ready.
We'll be ready for you, Coach.
I know TC had them guys primed up.
All right, thank you. And once again, that school from down the way, down the street, Alcorn, head coach Cedric Thomas. Thank you for coming on my live. You're my last interview, so I appreciate you for staying and coming and talking to me.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Y'all. All right. Can I get a couple of just me saying, I'll get off of here and then do it. So y'all come back here. I'm in Central Time, so that means if I come on, so I'm gonna be here at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Come back because I'm gonna be doing a recap of today's event. So it'll be 8 o'clock. I want to say. I do believe. Yep, it's only 3. See y'all at 8. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, I wanted to thank my, which I'll give you a shout out later, all of the contributors to Shelovesthee podcast. Thank Avis again for sending me another donation, and thankful for all of the people who donated directly to my channel. You can look at that list, of course, and my thank yous on shelovesthee.com. We got a lot to talk about, right? So come back on tonight, 9 o'clock. I will see you guys then. They are not moving the Alcorn game to Jackson. Who said that?
This pass is intercepted by Anthony